Good morning and welcome to day 3 of Heat Wave Cerberus here in Spain. And should I say, we are on Friday, the 14th of July, Bastille Day, day for storming the Bastille. You maybe use that as a euphemism and storm our content goals that we have to wrap up for the rest of this week. Anyway, off to the side over there, I've got the curtains open on this one window. It's the only window of the house that has open curtains at the moment or open shutters at the moment. Everything else is shuttered off and dark to try and keep the heat out. But anyway, as you can see, no bike ride this morning. It was a lazy morning. Oh no, wait, sorry. My coach calls it something different. A recovery day from the bike, but 90 minutes in the gym. So yes, so instead of being out in the gym, um, instead of being out on the bike, it was a gym session. Anyway, one of the reasons for that was it was already hellishly hot early this morning, thanks to Cerberus, and the gymnasium has air conditioning. My house doesn't even have air conditioning. The apartment that I'm in doesn't even have air conditioning. So going to the gym for 90 minutes this morning was actually a much more pleasant experience than smashing myself up the mountains. But then again, at the same time, today is a recovery day because tomorrow I head out with two friends of mine and we're going to be heading up to the town of Pampanero, which is around about a 900-meter altitude difference between where we are here and they are there. So you're looking at a 900-meter altitude difference that we tackle in about 15 kilometers. So it's probably most of the way. There's some flatter sections along the road, but for most of the uphill bits, it's more than 10% worth of gradient. But anyway, so no bike ride, gym session. I've been through the shower, but I've already got sweat pouring down my face, even though I'm just through the shower. Next up on my agenda is I'm going to be grabbing some calories, some breakfast. The oatmeal is steaming at the moment, getting ready for me to eat, and then after that, a cup of coffee, and then firstly, it's going to be checking my emails, and hopefully, there's an email from Loretta at the funeral home saying that there are no more additional documents that I'm needing to run around and look for and fill in and send through. That's what I'm hoping for, fingers crossed. But you never know when it comes to Spanish bureaucracy, especially Spanish bureaucracy when it comes to dealing with the death of a loved one. But anyway, isn't a advert for Spanish funeral policies that seem to be flooding my YouTube at the moment. Just about every YouTube video that I open has got a an advert trying to sell me a Spanish funeral policy, a Spanish couple's funeral policy, which is rather ironic, seeing that comes 6 weeks after my partner has passed away. So anyway, I haven't gone into trying to contact them and saying not to advertise because it's effectively the YouTube algorithm that decides what adverts are going to be appearing there. But anyway, so checking to see if there's anything from Loretta, deal with that first thing in the morning, and then if that's all good and well, then I've got a couple of blog posts to wrap up, which will be including using Canva to edit my header images for those, and then crank on with pushing out word count content and type up as much content as I possibly can. That's my task for the morning. I hope you are having a superb Friday the 14th Bastille Day, and let's storm our way through our content for today. Hey, good evening. The time is 20 to 9 in the evening. By the looks of things outside, the temperature has eased off ever so slightly, so which means that I can hot-foot it across to the supermarket quickly to pick up a couple of refreshments for tomorrow evening. The reason why I'm picking them up now and not tomorrow is I've got a big bike ride out in the morning, and then by the time I get back, I could pick up the refreshments after the bike ride tomorrow, but there won't be enough time between me getting back, getting the refreshments, putting them into the fridge, and them being chilled and cool enough for 7 o'clock tomorrow evening when I've got a little bit of an event, a little bit of an outing. I might be able to get some footage for you from that. We'll have to wait and see that. The As a preamble to the event that I'm going to be attending, a type of sporting event. I just need to fill you in on the town in Spain where I'm living has within its population people from approximately 70 different countries. So which means it's a really cosmopolitan, wide, eclectic group of people, even though our total population of the town and the entire surrounding areas is about 10,000 people. Still, 70 different nationalities is quite a widespread type of population. Anyway, the sport involved is the French sport of pétanque or boule. So a group of us are getting together and having an impromptu social game of pétanque, and we've decided to change it just from having a couple of games of pétanque to make it into a little informal tournament. And because there's so many different nationalities living here in our town, we've self-titled this pétanque tournament the World Championships of Pétanque, because we've got so many people from so many different nationalities here. Anyway, so that's where I'm heading to tomorrow evening. The World Championships of Pétanque starts at 7 o'clock in the evening, and yes, I am competing. So we'll have to wait and see what the outcome of that is going to be. I think there's, from my side, there's going to be not much of a result coming out of my participation in the Pétanque World Championships, other than a whole lot of laughter, which, after what I've been dealing with this past week as far as the funeral home is concerned, a little bit of laughter can go a long way. Anyway, getting back to today being Bastile Day and storming through the content, I've hit about, I think it's 2,280 something words of content for today. My target was 2020, so I've definitely hit that. I did have a few more funeral home things that I did need to sort out during the course of today. So when I'm back from the supermarket, there are a couple of blog-related items that I need to wrap up and tick off, so that I've got the my tick list for today completely done, and then I'll probably put together something along the lines of a shortened tick list to get through for tomorrow. But that's the way I'm going to be wrapping things up at the moment. Pétanque World Championships tomorrow at 7 p.m. I've hit all my content targets. I sincerely hope that you have too. And depending on what if you're going to be doing over the weekend, if you're also going to be trying to hit some degree of content targets like I am, or are you doing something fun and entertaining and to take the stress levels off, let me know what that is down in the comments down below. Oh, and one last thing before I leave, remember to boop the like button, and that just tells YouTube to show this arbitrary video to slightly more people. Have a super weekend, have a super Friday evening, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.